Hello everyone. Now, as you all probably know from my previous video, I stated that I would basically be redoing all of the characters that I have already done for my Thomas AU. So, with that being said, in this first episode, I will be covering Thomas, Edward, Gordon, and James. So basically all 4 engines that I've already done. The reason for why I'm doing these 4 to start is because genuinely there's just not a lot I want to change. Now, in case you get your hopes up, Gordon will still be an LNER Raven A2. There's just something about it that fits him for me. And James will still be a Glasgow and Southwestern 403 class. I have not changed my opinion on that one. However, as for Thomas and Edward, things have changed. Specifically, I want to talk about Thomas, as it's a pretty big change. Thomas is no longer a London and Southwestern Railway G6. Although I do like this class, it's just not the class I want. And after watching many other YouTubers getting their takes and just really reading a lot about the class, I have decided, and this is probably going to be a boring pick because literally everyone else really has this as their Thomas, but yes, Thomas from this point forward in my AU is an LBSC E4. Now, I have a few reasons for why I want Thomas to be an E4. First of all, look at it. It's a stunning engine. Who wouldn't want this to be their Thomas? And second of all, it was a specifically built engine for passenger trains. Now, Thomas in my AU is the main passenger engine on the Farquhar branch line, so he kind of needs to be an engine like this. Originally, I was planning on making Thomas into an E6, but the reason why I changed my mind is simply because the E6 was more as for goods, and let's face it, the E5 just would not work. Okay, so Thomas is covered. Now, what about Edward? Well, Edward is no longer an engine owned by the Midland Railway, but rather, he is now from the LNER. Specifically, Edward is now an LNER D7. Even more specifically, he is the single member of the class that was built in 1887. I have 2 reasons for making this change. 1, it makes him even older, and 2, it's because of his relationship with Gordon. Basically, Gordon will see Edward as the old, worn-out engine from the LNER. I mean, in real life, this engine was retired in the late 1920s, so Gordon would just think that Edward's useless and that he has no reason to be on Sodor. But Edward, like he does many other times, will indeed prove Gordon wrong. Also, more specifically about Thomas, he is the final member of the class built in 1903. However, I'd like to think that he doesn't get his extended side tanks until he's given the Farquhar branch line in 1925, as Topham would realize that the journey would be a little too much for Thomas's small water tanks, so he would have them extended at the Crovan's Gate Works. So, I appreciate you all for watching this first part. There will be many more parts in the future, and yeah, thanks for watching. Also, don't worry, Toby will be soon. I have figured out what class I want him to be, and I will be working on his video and most likely have it uploaded tomorrow. I just kind of realized that I totally glossed over the years that these engines arrived. Thomas arrived on the Tidmouth, Farquhar, and Ulfstead Railway in 1912, and then when the Northwestern Railway was formed in 1920 in my AU, he was purchased that same year. As for Edward, he arrived on the Wellsworth and Brendam Railway in 1910, and the same thing as Thomas, once the Northwestern Railway was formed, he was also purchased in 1920. As for Gordon, he arrived to the Northwestern Railway in 1923 to pull the express due to Henry failing. He was purchased that same year. And as for James, he arrived in 1925 to be a mixed traffic engine, and he was also purchased that same year.